Hi, my name is Madelyn, and I am 18 years old, and I am incredibly excited to fulfill the role of National Patient Ambassador this year. Right now, I am a first-year student at Maryville University here in St. Louis, Missouri, and I am studying psychology with a minor in education to become an occupational therapist. I am incredibly excited to see where this year takes me.
We found out in 1999 that we were pregnant with Madelyn.
You know, it's always exciting and scary at the same time frame. And I think the moment that we found out, we started making plans.
Something that many people don't know is Madelyn actually is a twin. We had twins. We lost our twin in the first trimester. My water broke, and at a week into being in the hospital, they determined that it was best to go ahead and deliver her. So we knew that when we went into the operating room, there was a good chance we wouldn't get to see her because she would be premature. She would probably have to be whisked away and placed on oxygen. And we got to see her face before they took her away. And about an hour or so into recovery, the doctor came and spoke to Jeff and I and said that she was beautiful, that she was healthy. She was just teeny tiny at 3 pounds and 4 ounces. And that was the time frame that he broke the news that she was born without her left arm. It was kind of a brief moment of sadness.
Like how are we going to deal with everyday things? Going to the bathroom, combing your hair, taking a bath. How are we going to help her learn something that we ourselves learned in a different manner?
Are we going to be okay? Is she going to be okay? How are we going to manage this? How is she going to be a normal kid and be able to do all the things that parents dream that kids can do? About 4 days into Madelyn's stay at the hospital, she was there for almost 4 weeks, a doctor came to see us in the FICU unit. He immediately started talking about Shriners Hospital, and he told us that we didn't need to worry about anything, that if we had questions about her orthopedic development or prosthetics, that Shriners Hospital would take care of her.
And he acted like, look, I got friends, I know people that are part of Shriners, we'll get you taken care of, it was no big deal. And you had that reassurance that somebody was there to help out.
Our first visit to Shriners Hospital was when Madelyn was about 3 months old, and just to kind of give us an idea of what services that the hospital could provide to us.
Shriners Hospitals for Children was a family that we got to have, and we were always greeted with smiles and hugs. It wasn't a typical doctor's office where you were scared to walk in. I'm going to show you some of my favorite parts about the St. Louis Hospital. Every time that I would get a prosthetic, they would cover me in plaster to get a mold, and I remember getting super marked up and have lines all over the one arm that I do have to make sure that the prosthetic was equally marked. I'm here with my friend Katie. Hi guys! And Katie and me just kind of messed around and just talked a bunch and laughed a ton.
So we've been friends since 2012 and now it's 2019, which is insane. And behind us is actually one of our favorite pictures.
Katie she was a national ambassador in
2014 to 2015. I was the national patient ambassador with Joe Dertinger.
Yeah, so really exciting. Got some good advice from her, and I'm excited to see how this year goes. All right, bye.
Good luck, Madelyn.
Thank you.
Children like Madelyn or all of our upper extremity patients with limb differences, we want them to have every experience that other children have without even thinking about there being a difference.
We have very dedicated occupational therapists with experience and knowledge that are very helpful in helping the patients with upper extremity deficiencies maximize their functional ability.
We also use prosthetics These are custom fabricated prosthetics, which again can help a child interact with the world around them and help them functionally, also help their self-confidence.
I received my first prosthetic arm around my first birthday, and I continued to receive prosthetics every year to 18 months. It was mostly for balance and learning how to walk, and I had the ability to do different activities that kids would do with two arms, and my parents never really forced me to wear my prosthetic. It gave it kind of as an option. Yes, they wanted me to wear it for balance and doing different activities, but it wasn't really forced. And as I got older, I really just kind of adapted not to use a prosthetic, and around middle school I kind of stopped wearing them.
What's beautiful about the way our clinics work is that it's not one physician working in isolation. And so I never see patients here at the Shriners Hospital without having a hand therapist or an occupational therapist involved. All of us work together. We have whatever is necessary to provide the comprehensive care that a patient may need.
One of the biggest parts of Shriners Hospitals for Children in my life has to be the Patient Ambassador Program. Bringing awareness to other people about what Shriners Hospitals for Children does for kids like me is something that brings so much joy in my life. And I remember early on when giving a presentation, I used to be super quiet, super shy. However, Shriners Hospitals for Children gave me the confidence that I have today, and I have to owe some of that to Susan. I remember her being super energetic and always wanting to get me out of my shell.
Madelyn and her family really took ownership of the disability awareness programs going throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. They would take her prosthetic arm, they would take other devices and utensils she used. So Madelyn not only addressed concerns of the community and teaching the next generation of what it's like to have a physical difference, she literally helps the kids teach their own parents how to interact with a physical difference. Madelyn is the most amazing individual in the world.
Growing up, I never thought that she was different from anybody else. Madelyn and I, we just had like a tight bond. We never fought. We were just best friends. She can find something that's really hard and struggling with it, she can still do it. And that also inspires me.
Each time that I speak at an Ability Awareness Day, I always add in a kind of anti-bullying cut the bull statement. All these pieces of paper are different and everyone is unique in their own unique way, just like these pieces of paper. And these pieces of paper represent members in your class. So I have them say a mean word to their sticky note and then crumble it up. I'll say maybe you said sorry or you gave them a few days so then they can open up their sticky note. So you guys want to all unravel your sticky note? So it doesn't look very nice, does it? No, not very nice. You gonna try to smooth out the wrinkles? Is the wrinkles coming out though of this? No. This is so imperative because whenever we bully someone or we say a mean word to someone, that's gonna stick with them for a really, really long time, just like how these wrinkles on the sticky note are going to last a lifetime. I specifically remember being in kindergarten and I had these 5th grade reading buddies and they would put their arm inside of their shirt and they kind of picked on me for having one arm. And that was the first time where I really realized, wow, I'm different. I just remember that vivid memory of having someone really pick on me, bully me for the fact that I had one arm. Luckily, those kids ended up getting in trouble for teasing me and picking on me for having one arm, and they ended up writing me an apology letter.
There's a young woman about to graduate from Pattonville High School who is making waves across the area.
Her goal is to inspire children to know they can do whatever they put their mind to.
That's right, Madelyn plays water polo with only one arm.
I have to be honest, a little nervous about my daughter going up against co-ed boys playing water polo. It is one of the most, what I would call, physically demanding sports, and she figured out a way to make it work.
It's a hard sport to play, and she did a very good job. Being limb different and all, it's a whole new game. It lends itself to her personality of like not giving up and really getting after it in the water.
Nothing is impossible in my mind. It's just the ability to adapt and work around it. I just kind of went in with the best mindset that I possibly could, and I ended up using my head as well as my arm to swim with the ball. And I also got the opportunity to play my last 2 years with my brother, which was an incredible experience, and I will remember that for the rest of my life. One person at Shriners Hospital that made an impact on my life would have to be my first occupational therapist, Lorraine. And I just remember her being so kind and gentle and willing to work. And unfortunately, Lorraine's not with us anymore, but her practices of teaching me how to tie my shoes and how to button up coats really just inspired me to go into occupational therapy. Today we are starting here in my dorm and then following me around to my classes.
Madelyn started at Maryville University in August. She is living on campus. That was a dream of hers.
Madelyn seems like a relentlessly positive individual. I'm always really impressed with her ability to get other students active and working in class as well. She's been an exemplary leader, I think, throughout both of the semesters that I've had her.
It's just amazing to watch her blossom and to be able to do the things that she wants to do. I am extremely, extremely proud of her and feel that she will do awesome no matter what she does in life.
I'm very proud of Madelyn and being able to get off to college. She's learned some life lessons about, things that she's been able to accomplish and things she probably didn't think she could do so that she could be independent while she was away from mom and dad for the last 9 months.
In 6th grade, my dad came to dinner with a fez on his head, and I had absolutely no idea. I am beyond proud that my dad is a Shriner. Having this new role, I hope to inspire other kids and be able to show them that they can do anything that they put their mind to, they just might do it a little bit differently. And that having a limb difference or being different from everyone else is absolutely okay, and it's beautiful. I hope to use this role next year to also say thank you to every single Shriner family, every single Shriner that has come into my life and made an impact. Because without you, I would not be the person that I am today. Some days I wake up and I kind of have bad one-arm days, and I ask myself, why do I have one arm? Why am I like this? And it makes me realize that if I was born with 2 arms, I would not be the person that I am today. And I am so beyond incredibly grateful for Shriners Hospitals for Children because they've given me that experience to look back and forget that I even have one arm. From my hand to your hands, thank you. I'm beyond excited for this year.